Hey everybody, I pray that this message finds you well. But I want to speak to you today concerning an update on our gathering plan. Notice I said gathering and not reopening. For all intents and purposes during this time, the Outlet Community Church has remained open. In fact, our weekly engagement, our ministry opportunities, our reach in the community has increased over this time. So the church has remained open. But today I want to address the question of when will we gather in person again? My wife and I, we miss you all dearly. And speaking with our community, I believe that we all echo the same thing. We cannot wait until the time is safe and permissible for when we can come together in person and just see and fellowship with each other. Well, there's some steps that we are going to institute in order to ensure that that time comes in the right place. And those steps began with the first one being 30 days from the time the shelter-in-place order has been removed. We will evaluate when our date will be to return to in-person gatherings. Over the 30-day period that we wait, I will be consulting with healthcare professionals as well as city officials and national officials who handle COVID-related matters to ensure that we are making the right decision about when to return. During that time, I'm going to covet your prayers for wisdom because these are all unprecedented times and we really need to hear from the Lord as to when we resume in-person gatherings. Once it has been determined that a in-person date can be set, we will then commence phase 2. And phase 2 will be to assess the capacity of our leadership. You have to understand that the Outlet Community Church is what it is because of the volunteers who week in and week out make sure that we have a safe and secure environment for all who come to worship. Well, those volunteers are people and people with families. And so we want to make the assessment of where our volunteers are and how comfortable they are in returning to serve. Now, what that means is that as we make the assessment, please understand that the online campus and our online gatherings shall continue from here on out. So as we make the assessment and see where our volunteers are, it will then tell us where we are in relation to opening to the public once again. The third phase, of course, is the phase that we're all looking to get to, where we will return to in-person gatherings. But in order to get to phase 3, we have to make sure, number one, that during phase 1, that it is a safe time and that the numbers in Georgia have begun to decrease. Number 2, we need to assess our leadership capacity so that we're able to create a safe and secure environment for all parties involved. And number 3, we will then set an open date for us to gather in person again. I want to encourage you all. Let's continue to meet in our online gatherings. As I've said before, our church has remained open. We remain here, ready to pray, to minister, to love, to encourage you. And as I said before, my wife and I, we dearly miss you. We love you so much and cannot wait until we gather again. Until that time, stay blessed and let's stay in touch.